Connor, we arrived back at your apartment, at my apartment.
Yes.
Here we are. It's not much, but it's home.
It's not the first time I've been here. I brought you those pretzels after I almost blew your head off.
Alright, that's a memory worth forgetting.
I think I'll make that up to you tonight. Wink, wink.
Sherman lies down on your bed.
But first, we should wash the potato smell off with your tongue. Give me a hand, Erwin. And if you're wondering, they are real, all 102 millimeters.
Damn, that's a lot of steel.
Don't worry, cowboy. This ain't my first beach landing. I do have a flail attachment if you're into that.
I'm gonna have to pass.
Well, it's your move, big guy. Call it D-Day and storm the beaches.
That wink.
What the fuck are those books in the back? Cannon gun?
I have no idea.
One's cannon gun.
Okay, and no knock on our door or whatever. That's good. We fucking...
Hey, yo, motherfucker!
Hey, yo,
Open up.
bitch, open the door! We heard you have sex that 102 millimeters all real steel, bitch! We want some of that real steel!
Nah. That was like that's not an ending they added in DLC, where it's like you can offer her body for your forgiveness.
You want to get the 102 millimeter steel? Well, I'll have a gangbang. What if the MPs were chicks too?
Oh god.
Bow, bow, now, 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 now. She has a flail attachment, remember? Does that mean a penis? Does that mean a penis? I gotta think about that. Because your guy says, no, I'm good. I want to think that that's probably like a penis attachment or some
Either that,
shit.
or I'm thinking like, you know, kind of like a whip, kind of sexy, you know.
Something like that.
I'm gonna look it up, like Sherman flail.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what that is. That's
What?
the flail attachment they had attached on the front with the metal ropes that they would use to cut down bushes and shit for the hedges in Germany. Or I hit landmines. They clear landmines with them too. So they are whips.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they are. Okay.
I remember that. Played enough Company Heroes. I know. I know enough stuff. Games have taught me.
But they don't spin. Actually, they do spin.
They do spin because they hit landmines in the front. They just drive and it takes out landmines.
Or you can put them on the back.
Or whatever. Well, but you'd be driving forward though.
True. I don't know why this photo shows on the back.
I don't know. Because they're geniuses. Yeah, why would you drive with your rear armor exposed backwards towards enemy lines, trying to take out landmines? Like, yeah, it's a good idea.
That was the first prototype, and they're like, how is this gonna work? Boom. Oh.
Oh, damn it. Fuck. Genius. Okay, Connor, how did you feel about this game?
I thought it was definitely interesting, but again, it was another one of those carbon copy games with not really many options.
It's like Telltale.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, even no.
Telltale even has more options.
No, Telltale doesn't have more options because it leads back to the same storyline.
That's true. Telltale's even worse. This game at least had variations of Telltale. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess this game is still as bad as Telltale because it still gets back onto the linear path like Telltale. That's the problem you have with Telltale games is they always have a path they get on no matter what choice you choose. Like you'll choose something, maybe divert off from pretty much Telltale's linear line. Okay, choice two divots, and then 5 minutes later they both conjoin again to make the linear path again. That's what this game pretty much did.
I'd say it would have been that would have been fine if they had just taken the time to change the text for all the different endings.
I know, if they changed a little bit of text between all the characters we looked at.
Yeah, but it was still
just kind of snappy remarks here and there was kind of what they changed.
It was still 85% the same ending. I'm not.
It's like 85. It's like 85% the same game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It would have been fine. Even still, if it it obviously all the same ending except for one of them. I don't know if you're gonna make a video of that.
No, we can just mention it here. That's the whole point of this one.
Yeah, but even if it was all still the same ending, the last few scenes, if they had just made the character dialogue different for everyone than just you said, a few snappy remarks, it was the exact same. Oh, I'm mad at you. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, that was the scene where you have sex. They're like, oh, I'm mad at you. I can explain.
If they at least given that a little more flair for each character than the carbon copy, then I would have been a little more happy.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. It's such a carbon copy that usually like one or two people making these games can at least put out like interesting dialogue. Like it's just dialogue. You're literally just writing like sentences for people that are talking. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just
But
change.
like,
And there's like, and you can only what do it with like 5 characters.
yeah, you only could like there's random moments when other people will talk to you from other paths you choose. But like,
Yeah.
besides that, you only 4 choices you have. Well, 5 technically, but you only talk to the one chick. Her most of her stuff's linear because you can't actually make choices with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wondered what happened. I'm guessing it wouldn't change anything because what we said about how the story is so linear. I just wondered what text options they would deviant if you went into that Russian bar in the beginning and you said a German drink because you could say a German drink.
Yeah.
And I was like, are they going to be like, oh, you fucking German, get the fuck out of my bar? That's like all
Yeah.
that's all it would change, literally, and then you'd be back on the same path.
The other thing that I wasn't 100% happy with was the fact that there was a lot of other language in there and there wasn't a translation. So you kind of had to guess, like, I'm guessing that's a bad word. I'm guessing that means that.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like,
I'm also pissed that they didn't have like any animation or talking. They even though it says like full English audio, there is no that's not classified as audio. There was no like English speaking being done in this. So when
But
they
yeah,
said that, I was expecting like I looked at the page and I was like full audio. Does that mean they're gonna actually like read it to me? Like I don't actually have to read it, which you'll probably still read it, but like at least they'd have somebody talking to you at the same time.
yeah.
But no.
Well, I personally, I'm not a big fan of visual novels, but this one I enjoyed.
This one was good because it had all the snappier marks at times.
And a lot of the comments were really good, especially with the German tanks and the whole cooking and
I like the
And
sex scene we narrated at the beginning of the video for storming the beaches. That was great.
and the Tommy cooker.
Yeah, Tommy Cooker. Oh God, there's so many
Tommy.
horrible things.
It was good, and I do hope from all the references they're making that they do make like a Plain Girls.
I want to see the Plain Girls one.
Which is like a pre-sequel.
I mean, I guess this game was not as much a dating simulator if you think about it as like a World War II. It's a World War II fanatics' wet dream, pretty much.
It says there's dating, but there's really no either that or the people that made this game have a really fucked up sense of dating.
Or it's
which is
your choice in the end only matters.
Yeah, where it's like you either stand them up and then you fuck, and then you go to court and then you die.
You go to court and then go off to the Eastern Front for a few years,
And then you
become
die.
a cool general or some shit, and then you die somehow.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Well, yeah.
That's fucking stupid too. I was expecting like they could have stretched this 4 hour. This game was only 4 hours long, but they could have stretched it more by like maybe just doing a reunion at the end or something. But no, they took the easy way out where they didn't even have to draw a picture. They just put in text and said about what happened to everyone.
Yeah.
And I hate that. And I hate they didn't animate the sex scenes or at least have more than one fucking picture for the sex scenes. And they weren't even sex scene pictures like, oh, like the most sex we got was from IS-2 or like Panzer IV. Where it's like, look, I'm bent over like showing my panties or whatever was that Panzer IV's, and then IS-2's was, look, I have one of my stockings is kind of down, and I'm laying here with my shirt buttoned open, and here's my bra. That's not really like a sex. That's not what you think when you think of a sex scene. That's like borderlining it.
I do have to say my biggest downside with this game. Like, we're saying a lot of bad things about this game, but we did enjoy this game.
It was fun. The snappy remarks made up for it all, but like,
But the thing that
technically, bullet point wise, like, snappy remarks, like point wise, is really good, and it makes up for all the bad things. But like, there's a lot of small bad things. Is the way how we have to say it.
I think the biggest bad thing for me was either a lack of story or a lack of bad marketing, and the fact that in the opening trailer it showed like, oh, World War II happened and Japan strikes back with Japanese tank girls, and I expected there to be like a war or something, like there's, and with the planes you hear that there's a war going on, but we get no storyline of this. It's just kind of like
just the end credits or whatever.
Yeah,
it tells you about you went to war. Didn't even tell you anything about what's going on over there. It just tells you that you became like you did really good in a few battles or something, and got promoted.
Which I'm hoping this series doesn't turn into the fucking Nico Para thing, where it's yeah, you want some story? Well, just bend over and give us your wallet.
This game was it was only $10, but like the snappy remarks were worth it.
Yeah,
I had fun.
It's worth $10.
It's worth $10. I guess it's still a limited market though when you think about it, because like how many people are World War II fanatics or know all this stuff about World War II tanks?
And there's even references that went over our head of like, what does that mean? So you'd really have to be into it.
There was like one thing that went over our head, but besides that, like, there's everything that has to do with like World War.
And other
That was
languages.
technically at the end credits that was a Vietnam reference. Because
What do you
the
mean?
Partial Metal Jacket, that movie's about Vietnam, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So it was all World War II stuff, and then like one Vietnam reference. Technically movie reference, if you want to get technical about it. But yeah, I hope the Plane Girl one comes out and it says snappy remarks about stuff. But I guess I don't know. Like I'm not gonna know about all the German planes and like American planes.
Yeah, I definitely if they release knowledge of that they're gonna make one, I'd probably like look into it more.
I would have to look into it or like look it up as I went.
But yeah, I definitely have to see that. That would be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely if they put more story into it, because I want it. It sounds like it could be a very good story. Like, you know, we don't understand what these tank girls are, what they do. The only combat we've seen is she points the gun, or she points herself at you, and boom, get knocked out.
She hits the building.
Like, where is this gun? You know, how does this work? There's a lot of questions to be answered.
Exactly. They have one part where they try to go into that where you ask about how they eat.
Yeah.
But then
and
they
they're
don't
like-
go into that. Like they just kind of push the question away.
So I hope, like I said, they don't like make a game just, you know, for backstory and a game just for planes and a game just for story.
Oh, they're gonna do it, Connor. You fucking
I'd like
there.
I'd like to see, you know, maybe one very long game with like a, I don't know, 12-hour runtime.
Nah, man, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna make a whole bunch of 4 hours because that suits people that play visual novels.
Pretty much, yeah.
See, it's not see the way they market is it's not 4 hours if you go down every route.
Yeah.
Which I don't. Why would you go down every route, especially in this game? Once you figure out like, you figure out going through a second person. You're like, okay, it's pretty linear. Then you go third, and you go, okay, this is like all the same shit. And then you get like the fourth, and you're like, this is the complete everything they say is like the same thing.
Or if you're exactly like me, then you beat the game once, get the ending you get, then Google or then YouTube the rest of them.
Yeah, I was gonna Google it. The nice thing about this game is it had the skip option, which just zooms through. But this game fucking has so many fade in and outs that the skip button still takes
Yeah.
like 20 or 30 minutes to get to the end because it still takes the full time for fade ins and outs.
That's another idea we were talking
Made
about.
no sense.
like-
And this game has it'll crash out sometimes. Like we had that one bug where we were just clicking through and like we had to save and load again to try to get it to
Yeah.
talk. But then I had the bug that's not on camera where I think it was the third or fourth time I was skipping through. It had to be the fourth. And it just lost all like control. Like it froze
Yeah.
pretty much. And I went to save and it was just taking forever. Like, not my computer. My computer's fine. Just the game, for some reason, became slow. And for some reason it wasn't not responding for some reason either. It was just somehow it became slow.
Yeah, maybe FPS death or something like that.
Yeah, it was like FPS death. Where it didn't want to do like, it wouldn't let me click the settings thing or anything. But yeah, all these fucking problems, man. Fix your shit.
What I do want to say is the game is made by DevGru P, a small group of American developers in the style of a traditional Japanese visual novel. It's goofy, visual novel, tank-related twist on theme, but 6 different romance plot lines and a multiple of ending based on your choices.
How's your 6? I want to know what the 6 is.
Yeah. Also, I believe there were a few parts where there's a few typos.
Yeah, there were a few typos.
Because there's that one part where I think it was supposed to be Reich and it was right.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
Damn
wrong
it,
on that.
autocorrect. They probably got
Yeah.
auto-corrected.
I didn't understand that part myself. It was like, oh yeah, I support the right.
Yeah, and then there was some where they didn't use proper English or some shit. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was part of it, but I'm
It was-
guessing
yeah, it was-
it wasn't supposed to be part of it because they used proper English most of the time.
It was with the Russian girl, and like, I think it was a T-34, and
Yeah, but, like-
it didn't make any fucking sense.
But yeah, I was gonna say, but they use proper English all the time. So like, if they're going for like they don't understand English as well or something, proper noun shit, then they would have done that multiple times throughout the thing, but they didn't. It just appeared like
Yes.
once here.
Either they speak perfect English, or they don't speak English at all in that game.
Exactly. So yeah,
But yeah.
so everyone, I hope you enjoyed the episode's about to end. Connor, we almost hit the 15-minute mark.
Oh, if
talking
you
this
do enjoy, if you do have $10 to spare, screw it, buy the game.
Yeah.
You know,
Buy the fucking game.
do it.
Do
Worth
it.
10
Do your
bucks.
shit. And
we talked a lot of shit about it, but it's still
talked
good.
a lot of shit. Still good. Okay. Have a great day. Whatever. I don't know. Fuck. Suck my dick. Suck Connor's dick.
No, don't.
Good.